my final project for the Human Resources Management class. The outline. First, we'll start with the company. After, we'll talk a bit about the theory of Chapter 7, the reality vs. the theory. After the theory of Chapter 8 and the theory vs. the reality. And to finish, we'll talk about the theory of Chapter 10 and we'll compare it, as for the other one, to the real life. Now, first, Walmart. It's an American multinational retail corporation. Its founder is Sam Walton and founded in 1962. The revenue of Walmart were 485.87 billion in 2016. And Walmart is the largest private employer in the United States, and they have over 2.3 million employees in the world. The theory of Chapter 7. Management practice. Setting clear expectations, having specific standards of performance, providing supportive and helpful coaching, focusing on accomplishment, recognizing and celebrating good performance, creating action plans to improve performance, if necessary. Purpose of performance review, compensation, administrative, measurement of performance, and developmental. Now, the theory to continue. Who should provide performance information? Managers or supervisor, self, subordinate, peer, team, and for sure customer. The steps in effective performance management system: clarify work objectives to be accomplished, set goals and plan performance, regular and frequent coaching, review performance, and recognize and reward performance. The reality at Walmart. Who is providing you feedback? Well, it's manager and supervisor, and for sure the customer, because without the customer, Walmart will be nothing. So customer count a lot for them. Well, they count more than you actually when you work there. The management practices, setting clear expectation. For sure, they do not set clear expectation. They just say like, do your job. After having specific standard of performance, they show it to you at your first day, and after they do not talk about it for the rest of your life. Providing supportive and helpful coaching. Some are doing it, but mainly they're not giving coaching. They're not really giving feedback. Focusing on accomplishment, for sure, they're not doing it. They only focus on cash. Recognizing and celebrating good performance. Uh, Performance need to be really, really good if you want to be recognized for this. Otherwise, it's really hard to be recognized as a Walmart employee. Creating action plan to improve performance. They don't really care. They just say like, go do your job, and it's the same thing as every day. For the purpose of performance review, there is no compensation, administrative, and measurement of performance. It's developmental if you uh, focus on what your manager tell you during his coaching, if he tell you something. Now the problem at Walmart. It, they do not clarify work objectives to be accomplished. They do not set goals and plan performance. After the regular and frequent coaching, there's one coaching per year, so I don't say it's a regular and frequent coaching. They review performance, they only talk about cash, and they recognize and reward performance. As I said, it's really hard to have it. Why do performance management system fail? Well, why Walmart fail? These are the 10 example. Performance management is seen as a punishment tool. When they use it, it's only like to say, oh, you're not doing your job. After the performance management system is perceived to belong to the HR department, performance management is a spare system and not linked to other processes such as reward and succession planning. Performance review interview is seen as unpleasant. No one wants to talk with the manager because often they only say bad things. They don't really care about the positive. And these are all other examples. Now, theory of chapter 8. We'll talk about rewards. What are they? They're financial or non-financial reward. Direct financial, hourly wage, salary, piecework rate, bonuses. Indirect, there's benefits. And for the non-financial, there's the employee recognition programs, flexible work hours, and any other program that provides value to the employee in exchange for their effort. The common organizational reward goal: reward for the past performance, remain competitive in the labor market, maintain salary equity among employees, mesh employees' performance with organizational goal, control compensation budget, attract, motivate, and retain key employees, influence employee behavior and job attitude. The theory to continue. Uh, Benefits required by law: CPP, QPP, employers insurance, workers compensation insurance, provincial hospitals and medical service, leaves without pay, and voluntary benefits. Well, there's many as health and welfare insurance, retirement pension plans, before time not to work, leave of absence, wellness program, employee assistance programs, educational assistance, and child and health care. Now the reality. What are rewards at Walmart? Well, the only rewards you have is the bonuses at the end of the year. Like this year it was 1,000 and 100 directly in my pocket. And indirect benefits, well, if you work 4 hours, you have a 15-minute break. If you work more than 6 hours, you have 30 minutes plus a 15-minute break. And if you work more than 7 hours, you have an hour plus 2:15. Some will see as benefits because in other place you may not have such a break. And non-financial, well, they have employee recognition programs, as I already talked about. It's really hard to get, and like you only get a little star and your name on the board. Flexible at work hour, they said it's flexible at Walmart, but they take your school schedule, and after they're doing their schedule with this with yours, so it's not really flexible, and you have to like ask for a vacancy like about 1 month before, or maybe sometime if you're lucky 3 weeks before. And then there's any other program that provide values to the employee in exchange for their effort. Well, there's some small programs in the company, but it's mainly for the full time. A common organizational reward. You don't reward for past performance. It's really, really, really hard to get a reward at Walmart. Remain competitive in the labor market. For sure, they're competitive. Maintain salary equity among employee. Everyone is paid the same thing, the minimum wage. Measure employees' performance with organizational goal. They don't really have organizational goal. They only focus on cash. Control compensation budget. For sure, if it's budget, they'll control it. They do everything they can when it's time for money. After attract, motivate, and retain key employee, they don't care if not, you're not doing the job. They'll change you. Influence employee behavior and job attitude. And during that time at Walmart, for sure, they're doing the benefits required by the law: CPP, QPP, employee insurance, worker, and like all the other. And there's only three things that they're not giving. So they're giving a lot of benefits, like leave of absence, they're not giving it, educational assistance, they're not giving it, and child and health care, they're not giving it. But for the rest, they're all giving it. So they're pretty good for the benefits. Now, Chapter 10: How Employees Unionize. Well, we'll talk for sure about union, employee union contract, initial meeting, formation in-house committee, application to Labor Relations Board, ins- issuance of certificate by Labor Relations Board, election of committee, and commencement of negotiation. Now, the employer obligation and tactic cannot interference with the certification process, prohibit from dismissing, disciplining, or threatening employees for exercising their right to form union, cannot promise better conditions, cannot change conditions, must bargain in good faith. But at Walmart, there will never be a union because Walmart will simply close the store if there's a union there. Thank you. Here's my references.